Hey everybody, this is Melina from scrapbookingwithme.com and Me Crafty Scrapper here on YouTube and Instagram and over on Facebook at Me Crafty Scrapper Creates. If you are not a subscriber here on my channel, I would be honored for you to be. If you love paper crafting and all sorts of paper crafting, then I'm the channel for you. I'm your girl. I am your girl. So subscribe and click that little bell so that you get a notification every time I post a new paper crafting video. I do haul videos, but most of all of mine is some kind of tutorial or how-to or something like that, you know. I like teaching. That was one thing when I was younger. I kind of wish I would have went into. Of course, I would have went into the private sector more than I would have probably public school, just because I've been a substitute in public school. But who knows? I'm probably exactly where I'm supposed to be because Lord knows my patience level. Look at there. I'm spilling my guts to y'all. And we've just started this video. This is the Messy May, Get Messy May daily-ish journaling challenge from Get Messy Art Journal on Instagram. Lots and lots and lots of pictures and all the prompts and all that stuff are on Instagram, but I mean, I post my pictures on Instagram, but I don't do the reels and all that kind of stuff. I do YouTube videos. I have so much else going on, I don't have time for all the extra stuffs. So I'm putting my Get Messy May stuff on my YouTube. And this is the start of my Get Messy May journal. If you didn't watch part 1, I so encourage you to do so, because you need to see what the very beginning was all about. And look at all of these journal cards in that glassine bag pocket. And then we've got a stacked pocket here. But that was day 1 through 7. And now we are doing numbers, no, that was... yeah, now we're doing numbers 8 through 14. I'll get it right eventually, y'all. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I won't. I want to... this is a beautiful piece of paper. I got some ink on it. I'm good with that. Hey, it's called Messy May. Get Messy May. So I'm good with that. This is a piece of printed vellum. It's so pretty. I don't know if you can see it well, but it's got roses and stuff on it. And I'm thinking this would be very cute to put here somewhere. Maybe do me a little, I don't even care that it's hanging over. Do me a little notch out of the edge here. And I'll just pull all the excess, because it is vellum. My punch doesn't like it too much. It likes thick stuff. It doesn't like this thin stuff. But I'm okay with how it cuts out. I'm just going to do that and see, have it like that and have it available there. I like that. I think I'm going to ink around this page. Day 8 says alchemy, whatever that is. So science, space, stars, blah, 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 blah. That's how I am interpreting that day. So I'm just going to ink that one edge of that beautiful paper we've got right there. And then figure out, oh yeah, I like that. So I got a sun and a moon tag. And I can put some baker's twine or some kind of thin something other out there for that. And I'm wondering what I want to do as far as putting this on. I think what I'm going to do is fold it over. Yeah, let's just go ahead and do it. I'm going to fold that vellum over. So I'm making a little vellum pocket to put this in. And I'm going to use my fabric glue. And before I do that, yep, I want to put some fabric glue here. Now, if you're really good at sewing, you could just put that page into your sewing machine and start going at it and sew this vellum pocket on. I, on the other hand, am not that talented, so I shall not try that. Then I'm going to get that where I want it, and we'll have instant vellum pocket on this beautiful stationery page. Oh, I already love it. I'm going to get some glue on the back side here. And then fold that over and hold it down for a couple seconds just so that it adheres well. Any excess glue, get that off too. So then you have this little pocket, and I love it. And I'm thinking, instead of putting the tags in there, I will put sun and moon on the outside, and then I'll get some tea stained paper and stick down in here, and that will be extra journaling space. Oh, I love that idea. Oh, I like that too, just like that. Maybe up just a touch more, and then let's get some baker's twine or some kind of twine to put at the top of them. Found some, and they are, I mean, it's like a kind of like an eyelash trim, but it's fuzzy. And I'm going to do probably the smaller hole from my crocodile. Let's see if that works out for me. Okay, so I definitely love that. Let's get some paper to get folded up behind there. Okay, my most favorite way of folding up coffee dyed or tea stained paper or something like that and including it is, ooh, I need to fold that a little bit more. It's going to be busting at the edges, is to have just a little bit of a fold over, kind of like looking like an envelope. So like so, and then fold it backwards so that little flap shows. And then you hope when you put it down in there that it's not sticking out too much. And that one is. So let's go this way. So see, that's not too bad. I like that. And then what I thought about doing, I'm going to glue those down like that. And where that notch is, this was the 8th prop. So I'm going to use this stamp set, and I'm going to stamp the number 8 right there on that paper. Just for another little characteristic for the pages we're doing. And then I'm just going to kind of off stamp too. Oh, I like that. Messy, messy, messy. Okay, now let's glue. Since I'm gluing on vellum, I'm just going to go ahead and use my fabric glue. I've had some to ooze out. We'll wipe that on there. And sun and moon, I'm going to put moon back behind a little bit. And sun on top, and maybe a little bit higher, just to give some interest. Oh yeah. I like that. And then one other little thing, I had this stamp, and it's got stars on it, sun, moon, stars. Look how excited I get over the tiniest little goofy things. Okay, let's do this archival ink again. And I think I want to stamp those right there. So we're stamping on vellum, so you need archival ink to do that, so it will stay and not smear. And I might do another right there. I like that. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, so alchemy, whatever. That's that page. So a nice, full, kind of bulky page. But it gives me enough room on the back here that I can journal, because this, if you remember from the first part 1 video, this is my mother's, Miss E from Scrapbooking with Me Crafts here on YouTube. That is her handwriting, and I just used the paper that had been had Happy Mail wrapped in it as one of my pages. And I want to write about Mother here, and the next prompt is layers. So I want to do a layer of book page. Just tear it down the edge there, and then figure out how far I want it to stick up from the page, like that. And I'll ink that, and then I'm going to put this here, and I'm going to put some sari silk that I got from Mama there. And then I'll put a little flower sticker or something somewhere around here, and that will be my layers. And I'm going to write on there too. Let's get a ballpoint, because I don't want, was that ballpoint? Yes. I don't want it to go through this paper, but I am going to write that. Now, if that's not messy, I don't know what is. So I'm just going to ink these pieces and layer them up, and then I'll get that flower sticker down, and that will be my layers prompt taken care of. Okay, there's those layers put down, and then I'll get me a floral sticker maybe. I also think I'll get one of these. Yep, because me and Mom both love butterflies. I think I'll add that there. So that's just another layer. And then I like this little plain rose one back here. Get all of them out. Quit digging, Melina, and just get them out. And then I gotta get the sticky off the back. And I'll place this sticker here to go along with that page. And this is kind of like a fabric butterfly, so I'll put it on with some fabric glue. And I don't think I'm going to go too far out on the wings. I'll just let it free fall. Okay, now that is some messy stuff right there, but I love it. Okay, so that is prompt number 9 taken care of. And now we go to 10, and that is time. And I'm going to use some more book page just to cover up all of my squiggly wigglies there. Let's ink it first. And then I'm going to stencil on using my Tim Holtz clock stencil. And then I'm going to use this stencil and go over some of the book page and then out here on some of this. And I'm just going to use my, I'm going to use my blender. And I am going to tape this down a little bit with some washi, just so I'm not having to hold it the entire time. And when I get this washi off, I hope that it has not messed up my page, my paper. But what I will do is get it where it's not too sticky. I like put it all over my hand there. So it's not that sticky. And it'll be easy to come up. Maybe, hopefully. Cross your fingers for me. Oh yeah, it's barely holding it, so I think we're good. Okay, we're glued down. Now we're going to pop on that color. And then once we get it sufficiently popped, then we'll start smearing around. Okay, that's good enough. And please don't tear my book page. Okay, we just barely got a little bit of a tear. I'm good with that. Oh, I love that, y'all. I'm a stencil girl, though. I love me some stenciling. Some times written down. Why not? Okay, so I'm just going to start from the top. Midnight, and let's go. I'll just put a piece of scrap over here to cover up where the edge of the stencil was. And then that's got that page decorated. Time. I like it. I like it a lot. And I want to break this page up just a little bit. So I've just cut a piece of scrap craft cardstock and rounded the two edges. And I'm going to put it on like that so it's a longer tab and it does stick out some. But I want to cover it in some washi to give some color to these pages instead of just brown. I love this wide washi. This was either Temu or it was Taperlogy. I cannot remember which. Okay. I'm just covering up that craft cardstock and then cutting off all of my excess. This is one of the easiest ways to cover up plain cardstock and use in a different way, is using some washi. And then, since this middle part is not even going to be seen, we could just fold it over. That secures it just a little bit more for us. And then just cut off this excess here if we want to, or fold it on over. I've got just one little piece here to snip. And I want to show y'all that prompt is time. I want to show you what this says, and I didn't even plan this whatsoever. Okay, so I'm going to put this on like this, and it's going to be my little tab. It says, "Happy belated birthday." Enjoy, what does that say? Loving your journal. So time is talking about a belated birthday. Is that cuteness or what? I think it is. I'm going to use my fabric glue just because it is a thicker piece of cardstock. I love this. It might be my new favorite accent in this whole journal. And just leave it sticking out some. And press down, and I'm not even caring if it's perfectly straight. And that gives us some color on this page here. And I'm going to use just my blender tool and go around and get me some really good messy, dirty it up kind of spots on here, since we've got just white paper. Okay. So just like that, you've got a little tab, little pull piece for there. I like that. So there's time done. Next one is notice, like a, I'm going with a shipping tag, and we have a digital in the shop that I know that y'all would absolutely love. And so I'm going to use this one, this shipping tag. I'm going to cut that one out and place it here somewhere. And that's going to be my notice. And it goes right along with this invoice coming up here. So you've got a notice of, you've got some type of mail come in on this postcard. And then you've got a notice here of your invoice and how much you owe somebody. So that goes right along. All of those go right along with that. So that worked out very well. Who knows how in the world I got that to work out in a timely manner. Because it wasn't planned, that's for sure. These are just printed on that premium cardstock, so it's like 32 pound. So just the step above regular old copy paper. And I'm just going to ink the edges of it. And I'm going to give my notice. And add this, and then that way you still can see this tab, but it kind of covers up the imperfection here. Not that I'm all about that, but it does. And then you've got room to journal there and below it if you want to. And this I want to write. I want to do a let's see. Let's do a quote of some kind. So I'm going to have a quote written here, but I'm going to put, just for my notes, and so maybe I will remember later on, that is for a quote. So I'm going to leave that as is. And let's get that glued down on this page. Mama is doing so good with her digitals. I mean, this is beautiful. The shipping tags are my favorite, but she has all kinds of just pages for your journals, everything. She's really gotten the knack of that, and I do believe that Miss Betty Ann Renfro has helped her with some of that. Betty's been giving her classes. Alright, so there is notice taken care of. I like that. It's simple, but I'm just really loving that. That page spoke for itself. Speaking of Betty Ann Renfro, that's some of her digital art, and I just used it as a page instead of cutting out all of the letters that were in there. Okay, our next one is renewal. Prompt 12 is renewal. And I'm wanting to go with a floral something another. So I'm really thinking the back of this that I'm going to write a quote on is very plain. And this is some hand-pressed paper that I think I will cover the back of this because it is rather thin. I'll cover that, and let's see if I got a pencil here. Here we go. I'm just going to draw it and cover it up, and we'll put a little floral accent of some kind on the back side of this. Let's see if it'll take ink. It will. I love that part too. So let's ink around that. I'll get some fuzzies off on the mini blender, but that's okay. And then even a piece of the leaf is sticking out of the edge. Ooh, that's pretty. I'm going to go all the way to the edge. I want this to stick down really well. And put that on. Oh, that's pretty. Look at that. How that's sticking out of there. I likey. Okay, and let's do some type of, I really like this already. I saw that just off to the edge. Let's see what else we got here. Ooh, what about this little card here? I'm thinking it needs to be, yeah, we can put it lower. That's fine. Have a little bit of room to write, and I will do a word label of some kind, maybe out from that. Ooh, I really like that. I don't know that I want to add anything to that because I love being able to see everything under that pressed paper. Or maybe I'll put this down after I ink it, and I'll put the word labels over there. There's an idea. Renewal. So with that paper, it was renewed to new life and reproduced into something else, and some florals and things were added to it to make it absolutely something new. I love it. Let's think here. Yep, I like that too. Let's ink that piece. We don't want to get too scrapbooky in this journal. We want to make sure that we stay true to mess and junk. I think I need to move it up just a touch. And I'm going to put it off to the edge a little bit. And then I'll pick something to go here, and we'll put some extra adhesive behind it because that's so fuzzy. I want to make sure that it stays. Ooh, I like that too. Live each day with grace and authenticity. I like that. Let's clip it in the middle. And use some fabric glue to add us a little bit more adhesive back there. And that, if I do say so myself, is kind of like a very renewing idea. Reminding ourselves to live each day with grace and authenticity. And I believe I will go around that with gold. Let's see if it'll work. I'm mostly going on the white edge of the quote and not the handmade paper. Oh yeah, I like that. Okay, so there is renewal taken care of. And I'll put just a little bit more glue there to hold that down. Okay, big, nice blank page here. And look, we are to the middle of our signature. That's the middle part there. So we're on Serendipity, and that's number 13. So we're pretty much in the middle of our month here. Serendipity, and I put out beside it, just makes me happy, and that is books. Books make me happy. And I love books, and so this looked like one of the old-timey library cards, so I decided to use that on this blank page back here, and I'm going to ink the edges and just leave the white around the edges there. And I'm inking with walnut stain today. I didn't even mention that at the very beginning. Walnut stain oxide. Okay, and then I'm going to get glue for all over the back and just smack it down in the middle there. I love that. It dresses up that whole page. And let's do something little right down here. I love plants and gardening too, so I think I'll just add that on there. Ink the edges and just glue two sides and make it a little tuck space. Little journal spots right there, back behind that. I like that. And then this stamp set has a beautiful butterfly on it with script behind it. That's just serendipity to me. That's like the best of both worlds. You get some script and you get a butterfly. So beautiful, beautiful. Okay, I need to get my bigger block and put that on there. And then I'm wondering if all of it will stamp. Not like that. But I could do it. I could do it like that, but I don't want the butterfly sideways. So let's just do it over here. I'm going to pull my lace up And then I will off stamp like that. Let's get it in this Brilliance ink. And we'll get just a little bit of the script, not all of it. But a little bit on there is better than nothing, I say. So this is that real thin brown paper bag, kind of wrapping paper stuff. Press that down really good and hope that, oh yeah, it turned out good enough for me. Pretty. Then I think maybe do a little gold marker for its antennae. Yeah, and then do a few little dots down its body, just to give that brown paper bag just a little bit of something something. Okay, so Serendipity. And then our last one for this video is Let Go, and that is letting go of perfection. And I do believe I've already done that, because this did not stamp all the way down. And anybody else would have looked at it and went, that's a big time mess up, but I'm good with that. I like how that looks. I've got enough room here, excuse me, that I can still journal there. This whole paper was all bent up and torn up, and that right there is getting away from perfection as it is. So I love that. And I really like this collaged strip that I had left over from a masterboard. And I do really like it on there. And maybe some of this handmade paper, a little strip of it. I might not be able to tear this. We shall see, huh? Oh yeah. This also came in my Taperlogy box. And I could go off to the edge where the straight edge is. I like the torn edge showing. So I'm going to go off to the side there. And maybe put some words out here about, you know, how we shouldn't strive for perfection and all that good stuff. I like that thought. So I'm going to use, since this is handmade paper and it's a little bumpy, I'm going to use my fabric glue. And press that down, and then put a little bit more at this back edge where I'm going to put this collage piece. Like that. Oh yeah, that's pretty. And maybe this little butterfly and this label on there somewhere too. I'm really having to press down on this collage paper because it's thicker and it's wanting to come up. So I've got some glue still left out here. I think I'll just do me a little piece there. Ink my butterfly. And ink my label. Go ahead and put my label down and tuck my butterfly back behind it. I'll be cutting this off in just a minute, as soon as it gets good and set. And And I'm going to go in with that gold pen again. And just do some little abstract dots. Oh, I really like that. I've got some excess glue I need to wipe off here. Okay, and let's trim off that collage paper. I should be using my sticky scissors, shouldn't I? And trim off at the top. We'll like that. Let's do some words right up here somewhere. This is a great saying for let go. And it says, sometimes you have to take chances. And that is exactly right. Let go and take that chance. Just like I did, putting this collage paper down when it really didn't match anything. So let go of that perfect thinking of perfection, because if you don't, you'll probably never get anything accomplished because you'll be too afraid of it not looking like somebody else's or not being perfect in your eyes. And you gotta let that stuff go. Oh, I really like that. It's just a hot Mod Podge of stuff just all put together, and I love it. I'm loving this Messy May challenge. So from beginning to where we are now, we have new was our signature. That was day 1. Day 2 was expand, so that's my expand and has a little pocket there. Day 2, I did that. Day 3 was brain dump, so I have this sitting here waiting to have all kinds of ideas and things written down. Day 4 was joy, and y'all know I love to splatter, so that brought me a lot of joy. I used some book page and added some journal cards in there, some collage paper, and bags, crinkly bags, really bring me joy. Love that. I have room to write there, some room to write there. I hand wrote joy there, and use one of my collage pieces because collage brings me joy. Then day 5 was elevate, so I made a stacked pocket just out of scrap paper. Day 6 was patchwork, so there is all just pieces of scrap all patchwork together. I added just some die cuts to kind of match along with that. Added some lines for writing there. And then 7 was garner, and that means collect or gather. And I love me some tags, so I gathered up some tags and put in that beautiful, just off cut of a 12 by 12 piece of cardstock. And also gathered a few flowers and made the stems out of just a spray bottle, the stem of the spray bottle. I made the stems of the flowers. And then today, here we started with alchemy, whatever you call it, and I went the Science Space Stars way with that. Made a little vellum pocket and put some tea stained paper in there with the number 8. I left this pretty much as is, but with a sticker so I could write about Mama on that page, and made a little layer of stuff there, just in her honor because it goes along with stuff that she loves. And then you can tell what day 10 was. Time. I used the clock stencil, added times there, and just a little scrap piece there. I'm still loving that tab that I made, and it's just a piece of craft cardstock folded in half with some wide washi covering it. And that was all she wrote on that piece. And then a little piece of shipping tag for day 11 on notice, and I'm going to put a quote there. Added some handmade pressed flower paper here, and that's my day 12 for renewal. And added a floral here also. I love that paper that I created myself, really, from some old invoices somebody sent me, so I just left that as is. And then serendipity, books, library cards, florals, tags, all of that kind of stuff makes me happy. And then I stamped there, just made it really easy so that I could still journal there on that page. And then that kind of goes along with let go, and I put of perfection and just added it all down. And y'all look, I took a chance. I added this stuff. None of it really went together, but it's perfection in my eyes because I love it. Just glued that down just a little bit more. And there is that. So that is day 8 through 14 in our Get Messy May journal. I hope you are enjoying the series because I am super duper enjoying it. So even if I'm the only one watching my video over again, I enjoyed it and I'm going to keep doing it. So in the next one, we will cover 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Reimagine, clusters, explore, extensions, gratitude, trust, and lifelines. Okay, so something to meditate and marinate on. Y'all have a great day. I'll see you in the next video. God bless. Bye, y'all.